Chapter 3, shading. So looks like we're at the mall at Starbucks. Looks like it's probably Starbucks. Tall caramel macchiato, light on the whipped cream. Thanks. Just gonna go sit down. Becky? It's me, David. Remember? Hey, David, what are you doing here? My mom works at the bookstore on the other side of the mall. I'm here almost every day. Look, I've got to show you all the stuff I've been drawing. I'm getting better, I think. Wow, you've been busy. Yeah. I used to play video games and stuff, but now all I do is draw. Not bad. Some nice stuff. Some of these are very pretty. Can you give me another drawing lesson? Right now? Yeah, right now. Okay, today I'm going to teach you about shading. Last week when I had you draw my wristwatch, it was just a line drawing. I didn't ask you to add any shading to the watch strap. We just left that area as the white page on the page, white of the page. This time I'm going to have you draw, this pillow. It doesn't have any fancy pattern on it, so that simplifies things for you. First, I want you to draw the basic outline of it. Then I'll show you a way to add shading. So he starts to draw. I like how his tongue's always out. That's right, keep looking at the pillow, concentrating. Keep checking to make sure that your drawing matches it. Nice, David, very nice. I can tell that you've been practicing. You've got the shape right and the blank spaces. Thanks, but don't you think drawing a pillow is kind of boring? I want to learn how to draw cool stuff, like a Ferrari. David, I'm not going to teach you how to draw a Ferrari. But more important, this isn't a lesson about how to draw a pillow. It's about how to add shading to a drawing, any drawing. Now, before we get started, I want to show you how I hold my pencil in a different way to produce different types of lines. When my goal is precision, I hold the pencil right near the tip. This helps me get very tight control over the line placement. But when it's time for shading, I may hold my pencil further back and add a lower angle to the page. See? This allows me to make long, smooth lines one after another. It's hard to make lines like this when you're holding your pencil down near the tip. So before you even work on the pillow drawing, why don't you practice a little making lines like I just made? Try moving the pencil quicker. When you move the pencil slowly, you tend to get wobbly lines. But if you move the pencil quickly, the lines will become smoother. There you go, much better. Now I want you to use lines like that for shading the pillow. Do your best to build up an even tone so that the pillow looks like it's a single solid color. Here he goes, he's starting those lines. He's concentrating. Okay, let's see how it looks so far. Well done, David. Really nice for a first try. It's good, isn't it? Just you wait. I'm going to be better than Ryan Pasternak. Oh, is that all this is about for you? Being better than some kid at school? Maybe. Art isn't a contest, David. I'm trying to teach you the pleasure of drawing as well, or of drawing well. If you're doing all this just to beat someone or at something, then you'd better find another teacher. You got that? Yeah. Good, let's keep going. I want to show you how shading can help convey an object's surface. When you look at this pillow, you understand that its surface is rounded, not flat. When you add shading, the direction of your lines can put across that roundness. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's say I'm drawing just one corner of the pillow, like this. I might decide to make the shading curve across the upper surface in this direction, but then have the shading on the lower surface curve in this direction. That way, when people look at my drawing, the shading helps them get a sense of the pillow's surface. See what I mean? Yeah, it's like you could reach out and touch it. So give it a try. Continue with your shading, but this time, try making the lines follow the surface. He's thinking again. He's kind of following those lines. Beautiful work, David. You're a fast learner. It's not as good as your shading. But you'll get there. When I was your age, my shading was crummy, trust me. Now, there are two things you need to do. Number one is practice. I want you to do at least 10 drawings this week that involve shading. Remember to focus on how you hold your pencil and to try to have the lines convey the surface like you did today. And then number 2, I want you to leave me alone so I can read this book. Oh, you interrupted me before I could even get started. My mom has that book. She says it starts out great, but the ending is terrible. Will you get out of here already? Thanks for the lesson, Becky. You're the awesomest teacher I've ever had. Thank me by practicing. So here's your assignment. You're going to find an object and try shading it with the lines that reveal its surface, just like David did with the pillow. Remember how David learned to hold the pencil and how at a low angle to the page. See if you can hold it that way as well to add shading. So when you're holding that pencil, instead of keeping your fingers right at the point, try backing your fingers away a little bit to help with the shading. That way you won't have a really strong, solid line. All right? Good luck.